Let's do it, people. What's happening? This is Lord Raiden back again, and I know it's been a topic of discussion as of late. A lot of people have gone about reporting the news on the rise of Skywalker and its box office. Now, basically, yeah, we'll be mirroring some points that have already been said, but these are things that, like, of course, that I feel like anyone in their right mind would just think about and just realize for themselves. But just to, just give my general view on it. The Rise of Skywalker and its box office. It's a travesty. It is a damn travesty as to why this movie is not at all reaching in-game level numbers. It just doesn't make any sense. I don't give a damn who you are. This film, just at this point in time, the 9th of January, and we're still talking about, oh, is it going to hit $1 billion? Oh, it's going to hit $1 billion, blah, blah, blah. Does that matter? Does that really matter? As far as I'm concerned, that does not matter at all. You know what made $1 billion? The live-action Lion King remake. You see anyone still talking about that film? Hell no. No one's talking about that because no one gave a damn after the fact. That was completely unnecessary. Now, I did not see it myself, but from everything I've seen and heard, I believe I can make the judgment for myself in saying that was just a complete waste of time. And yeah, sure, the masses were going to go and see that because it's like, oh, it's Disney, it's the Lion King. Oh, look at all the cute, real animals and shit. I'm trying not to cuss too much, but yeah, I mean, so they went and saw that, of course. But again, though, that doesn't mean much now. $1 billion film is just it's like a dime a dozen now, especially with Disney. They put out any little nostalgia piece like that. It's like that's fine, whatever. Get your money. You know what you're doing. Fine. On some things, okay. Let's be fair. On some things, you know what you're doing. But hey, I'm telling you right now, it's just absolutely ridiculous. With in-game, you felt the hype. You felt the effect of ticket sales. You felt the effect of that opening weekend. I knew because even I went to go and see it that Thursday night in IMAX. I was at the theater. I could feel the energy as I was going in line because they had the metal buckets and stuff, and it's like I got probably the last 1 or 2 buckets that they had. You could just tell it's just people were going to see and experience this film because they knew the magnitude of what it was. And this is basically a second part to what was done last year. And it even outdid that. And that was already a big success. This is Star Wars. This is Star Wars of all things. Star Wars. I don't care who you are. Star Wars, that name alone, there's no other film of its type. Think about this. I mean, when a new Star Wars film is coming out, when a new trilogy is meant to begin, this is supposed to be something special. The opening credits, there's no real opening credits. It's a crawl. It's like you get a long time ago in the galaxy far, far away. Dun, 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 dun. You get that crawl. Nothing hits you the way that a Star Wars film hits you when that music starts. Nothing does. When it comes to Star Wars, I can take or leave the MCU. Now, I've enjoyed the MCU over the last 11, going on 12 years now. But that is nowhere. I have nowhere near the amount of care for that as I do for something like Star Wars. If I want to see something do well, I want it to be Star Wars. If I want to see something like I can go back and feel like I can marathon all 9 films back to back and just enjoy every moment and watch it all connect and watch it all build, that would be it. Unfortunately, though, with this trilogy, did not happen. It did not happen, and that is putting it mildly as hell. There's, I mean, man, it was just bad, bad, bad. But yeah, man, it's still kind of hard to believe. I mean, I know a lot of the dust is settled by this point. We're just like, it is what it is now. We'll see what happens next. But I mean, yeah, the MCU that just does not have, the love for me that Star Wars does. It just doesn't. And Endgame, as far as I'm concerned, that was the end. Because whatever they're doing after this, I mean, I don't know if I'll even be that remotely excited for it whatsoever. I mean, it would be damn near impossible, if not practically impossible, for them to build up to the level that they did with Endgame again. So honestly, what is the point? I don't know what the point is. Like, for instance, the Black Widow trailer. Good trailer. I mean, it looks like a decent movie, but I'll give it its props for that. But at the end of the day, yeah, what does that really mean? With a dead character? I don't know. I don't know what that means. And like I said, with everything else, it just seems like it does not is not gonna hold the same weight as all the other films did. And like I said, this should have been a contender for that amount. This should have been a contender for the highest grossing film of all time. This should have been the event to end all events. Star Wars, whether or not it really hit that mark, whether or not it's like Endgame and Rise of Skywalker just like duking it out for that top spot. Regardless, I mean, we all know it's still going to Disney. Yeah, that's the point. But they missed out on some serious cash. If they had just done what they should have done to begin with, they would have that much more money. I don't understand this. It's like, yeah, they own everything. They have all the money in the world, but don't they realize just how, like, just that much more money they could have had? They could have had two damn near $3 billion films in a single year. Imagine that if they had done that. You know what they would look like? It's like that would give them the ultimate power by that point. But no, they screwed the pooch on this one because it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. $1 billion for the third in a Star Wars trilogy. Not to mention, okay, the end of a saga, a Skywalker saga, supposedly. That is an absolute disappointment. An absolute disappointment. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. That is a fact. And if you think that, oh, if it happens to hit $1 billion, that means something for this film of this magnitude that it's supposed to be at, that means nothing. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, I'll end it right there. That's just my general thoughts on the box office and what should have been of this film, but isn't. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.